Steve, you're speaking at the upcoming IOS training roadshows, but you don't deliver health and safety training, so why are you involved?
My background is working in corporate life in the pharmaceutical industry, and also working as a sports coach. And my area of interest is in performance, confidence, motivation, and now as a full-time trainer and presenter, sharing insights into those areas. So it's more about how we get people to implement health and safety or any behavioural change rather than the actual technical side of the behaviour itself. One of the messages that we're very keen to share during these seminars, but I've done in my own business this year, was get active. That was the first thing, because people tend to stifle behaviour when the recession cuts in. There's a belief that there's no budget, that there's no money. Whereas actually, if you have a value to offer or uniqueness in the way you deliver your training, particularly for these audiences, they're offering often quite similar products. It's the way they do it. So if you happen to be unique in a delivery style, or you have techniques that no one else is using, that can differentiate your training. So for me, it's looking for new ways to do this stuff that you've possibly always done, so that when you're trying to sell to your clients, they're going to say, well, this is a unique, it hasn't been done this way. Because health and safety doesn't go away. It's a constant demand. It's just about how you differentiate from your competitors. And that's why I think if you get, what I've noticed in the speaking training industry, people have started to give in, if you like. We just said there's a recession, what's the point? As opposed to getting active. There's even a session during this seminar, during this day, on marketing and how to get your message and your marketing and your company across to your clients, which a lot of people just aren't doing. I actually find this year, ironically, there's been more opportunities because less people seem to be trying. So you've got bizarrely less competition, because there's a lot of people just decided, what's the point? Whereas I just thought, get active. If you sell the value, what is it you offer? What can it do for me? Clients are not really interested in the thing you do. It's what difference it will make, and is it applicable? Can I use it? So with these events, what we've made a real effort to do is make it very straightforward, relatively simplistic. Not simplistic in the sense of that it's not valuable, but something that anyone in a room can sit there and go, I can use this. I can definitely apply this. Because that's really what anyone's after in training. And the trainers that come to this, if you think about it, that's what they want from their clients. They don't just want to share a message for a day. They want them to go in and use it and apply it. And we're going to give them techniques that they can do that with, absolutely guaranteed, because it's fairly straightforward stuff. My techniques are about influence and persuasion and motivation and confidence and all those things, which is part of the jigsaw. But it's also the fact they can walk home with a teenage kid who's going through some exams, help them get ready and prepare. So they're going to get so many side benefits that we wouldn't normally get probably at these kind of sessions.
What do you think are the most effective ways of livening up a training session, and particularly a health and safety training session?
Well, I think primarily the key thing for me is experiential training. It's making sure that it's interactive. And again, there's two sides to the sessions that we run. There's content. I'm sharing confidence. I'm sharing strategies around personal performance, personal effectiveness, which are applicable in so many different areas. So there's a real win, because it's broader than health and safety. It's much bigger than that. But the other side is exactly about the question you've asked, which is techniques to liven it up. It's showing how to interact. It's showing things that we have a preconceived idea that certain audiences, certain categories of people won't do certain types of activity. We think, well, if I'm working with a group of health professionals, well, they're very serious professional people, or a group of finance directors, who, we think they won't do certain things. I have found, working with all these different sectors, there isn't a human being on the planet who will not enjoy some form of interaction or experience. In fact, probably need it to happen. So I think for me, you've got to apply certain techniques. I wouldn't give them away here and now, but there are certain techniques which we share, which show how we actually do them on the process. We don't just tell you about them. We show you how these things work, so that you can instantly go away and use them straight away. But they seem sometimes to be quite stretching. Final point on that is, I guess it summarises it. It's the trainer that's decided they shouldn't be doing it. They've decided this won't work. The audience are quite up for it. Audiences will have a go if they think it's going to give them value. It comes back to your value point from before. You have to get value from it.
Thanks for your time, Steve.
Thank you.